You are not in control. Your peace is stolen by an email. Your focus is shattered by an opinion. Your calm is a victim of circumstance. This stops now. This audiobook is not a suggestion. It is a blueprint. You will learn to construct an inner citadel, a fortress of calm so powerful that nothing external, no person, no event, no failure can breach its walls. Your training begins now. Chapter 1. Diagnose the disease. Your mind is not your own. Let's begin with the truth. It's a hard truth. You will want to resist it. You will want to make excuses. Do not. You must accept it. Your mind is not your own. It hasn't been your own for years. It's a rented space. It's occupied territory, and you are letting the invaders run wild. You have lost control of the gate. Your default state is not calm. Your default state is chaos. Why? Because you have been trained to react. Think about it. When was the last time you truly decided what to think about for more than 10 minutes? When was the last time you were the one who set the agenda for your own mind? You think you're in control, but you're not. You're a puppet. A string is pulled, you dance. The string is an email. The string is a text message. The string is a breaking news alert. The string is an opinion from someone you barely respect. You react. All day, every day. You don't act. You don't decide. You simply respond to the endless, deafening noise the world throws at you. This is the disease. It's an addiction to reaction. It's an allergy to your own thoughts. The moment you are left alone, the moment there is silence, you panic. You reach for the phone. You reach for the distraction. You reach for anything to escape the emptiness of your own undirected mind. You have lost control of the gate. Let's talk about the cost. You think it's small. You think it's harmless. A notification, a ping, a buzz in your pocket.
What is it? A like on a photo? An email you can't answer right now? A text message that says, hey. You tell yourself, it's just 10 seconds. I'll just check it. You are lying to yourself. That ping is not a 10-second distraction. It is a breach. It is an invader that just stormed the walls of your mental fortress. It's not just 10 seconds. It's the psychological cost of the breach. Your focus, which was on your work, your family, or your own thoughts, is now shattered. The invader is inside. And now chaos floods in. The ping was an email from your boss. Now you're not present with your family. You're in a meeting that hasn't even happened yet. You're anxious. The ping was a social media comment. Now you're not focused on your work. You're angry, or you're seeking validation, or you're comparing your life to a digital fantasy. That 10-second check just cost you the next hour of your life. Your focus is fragmented. Your emotional state is hijacked. Your calm is gone. That is the cost of an unguarded mind. That's the key. It's not the interruption. It's the recovery from the interruption that is killing your power. And you are doing this to yourself hundreds of times a day. You are inviting the invasion over and over and over. You have a choice, but you are choosing to be a victim. Your focus is the most valuable currency you have. It is the only thing you truly own. It is the raw material of the life you want to build. And you are giving it away for free. You are giving it to the shallowest bidders. You are giving it to algorithms that are designed to make you angry and keep you scrolling. They profit from your chaos. You are giving it to news cycles designed to make you afraid and keep you watching. They profit from your anxiety. You're giving it to negative people in your life who feed on your energy. They profit from your drama. You give it to the ghost of an argument you had 3 days ago. You give it to a worry about a future that will never happen. These are the thieves of your focus, and they are robbing you blind every single day because you have left the gate wide open. You have lost control of the gate.
You must understand this. This is not happening to you. You are allowing it. You are not a victim of the world. You are a victim of your own untrained mind. That is the hard truth. It's not about the technology. It's not about your boss. It's not about the state of the world. It's about your discipline, or your complete lack of it. You have a choice. You always have a choice. You can choose to be the gatekeeper, or you can choose to be the puppet. Right now, you are the puppet. Your mind is a public square. Anyone can walk in, shout, set a fire, and graffiti the walls. And you just stand there, watching it burn, wondering why you feel so exhausted, so anxious, so unfocused. The first step in building a fortress is to see the invasion. You cannot build on occupied territory. Your task for the rest of today is not to change anything. Your task is to watch, to diagnose. I want you to become an observer of your own chaos. Every time your phone buzzes, I want you to see it as an invader. I want you to feel the cost of that breach. Don't just react. Observe what it does to your mind. Observe how your quick check turns into 20 minutes of mindless scrolling. Observe how a single negative comment ruins your next 2 hours. Observe how you reach for your phone the instant you feel a flicker of boredom. See the disease in action. This is the first step. It's not about willpower, it's about awareness. You must become disgusted with your lack of control. You must become furious at the thieves who are stealing your focus, your peace, and your life. You don't need their permission to take your mind back. You need your permission. You need to decide that your mind is sovereign territory. You need to decide that your mind is worth defending. The diagnosis is clear. Your mind is not your own. Your focus is scattered. Your peace is non-existent. You are living in a state of chronic low-grade chaos, and you've been calling it normal life. It is not. You have lost control of the gate, but acknowledging the disease is the first step to the cure. You now see the invasion. You see the chaos. You see the thieves at the gate. Good. You cannot build a fortress without a plan. You cannot win a war without a strategy. Now that you've diagnosed the disease, it's time to draw the blueprint for the cure. It's time to stop being a victim and start being the one in charge. It's time for Chapter 2. Draw the blueprint. You are the architect. Chapter 2. Draw the blueprint. You are the architect. In the last chapter, we diagnosed the disease. We looked with honesty at the chaos. We saw the invasion. We admitted the hard truth. Your mind is not your own. You have lost control of the gate. Good. The diagnosis is complete. Now the real work begins. This is the moment of commitment. This is the moment you stop being a victim of the chaos and start being the architect of your calm. Because here is the second truth, and it is the most important one. Calm is not a passive state you find. Calm is a structure you build.
You have been lied to. The world tells you to find your peace, to go to your happy place, to search for calm as if it's a hidden treasure, something you'll just stumble upon if you're lucky. This is a lie. It is the language of the drifter. The drifter wishes for peace. The drifter hopes for a good day. The drifter builds a life out of flimsy materials, wishful thinking, other people's approval, and a desperate hope that the storm will pass him by. And when the storm does come, a bad email, a market crash, a personal insult, his tent of wishful thinking is shredded. He is shocked. He is a victim. He is exposed. He blames the storm. You are the drifter. This chapter is the end of that life. You have a choice. Right now, you can close this audiobook and continue to drift. Or you can become the architect. The architect does not wish. The architect builds. The architect knows the storm is coming. The architect expects the storm. The architect designs for the storm. The architect lays a foundation of disciplined thought. The architect builds walls of intentional action. The architect understands that an inner citadel is not a gift. It is a conquest. Calm is built, not found. This is the commitment. This is the blueprint. You must stop wishing for peace and start designing it with ruthless intention. What does that mean? It means you must decide right now what your inner fortress will look like. A blueprint is a set of decisions. It is a declaration of standards. Your first act as architect is to draw the plans. The first line on your blueprint is this: I am the architect. You must accept total responsibility. It's not your boss's fault. It's not your partner's fault. It's not the media's fault. They are just the storm. It is your fault that you have built a tent when you should have built a fortress.
That's the key. Responsibility is not blame. Responsibility is power. It is the moment you reclaim your authority. The second line on your blueprint: my mind is sovereign territory. In Chapter 1, your mind was a public square, chaos, noise, invaders. No more. From this moment forward, you see your mind as a citadel. You are the supreme gatekeeper. Nothing and no one gets inside without your explicit permission. You don't need their permission to be calm, you just need to enforce your own. This decision is the blueprint. You will write it on your mind. I will no longer allow my focus to be a commodity. I will no longer allow my peace to be a victim of circumstance. I will no longer rent out space in my head to people and events that do not serve my purpose. This isn't a one-time decision. This is the daily work. The third line on your blueprint: I build with discipline, not intention. Wishing is for drifters. I intend to be calmer is a wish. I will meditate for 10 minutes is a wish. Discipline is for architects. It's not about feeling like it, it's about doing it. It's not about motivation, it's about construction. You don't need to feel motivated to lay a brick, you just lay the brick. The architect understands this. The architect shows up in the rain. The architect shows up when it's cold. The architect shows up when they are tired. Why? Because the blueprint demands it. The structure must be built. It's not about your flaw, it's about your discipline. You have a choice. You can follow your feelings, which are chaotic and unreliable, or you can follow your blueprint, which is clear and strong. The drifter follows his feelings. The architect follows the plan. Calm is built, not found. The architect designs their day. The drifter wakes up and immediately checks his phone, letting the world's chaos flood in before his feet even hit the floor. He has lost the day before it has begun. He has given the keys to the citadel to 1,000 different invaders. The architect wakes up and owns the first 30 minutes. No phone, no email, no news. That time is sacred. That time is for construction. That time is for reviewing the blueprint, for meditation, for journaling, for defining the one thing that matters today. That's the key. You build your fortress first, before the world is even awake. This is the commitment. This is not a nice idea. This is a declaration of war. It is a war against your old, weak, reactive self. It is a war against the habits that have made your mind a playground for chaos. And it will be hard. Your old self, the drifter, will fight you. The drifter loves comfort. The drifter loves distraction. The drifter loves to blame the storm. You must be more ruthless than the drifter. You must have more conviction than the chaos. This chapter is the commitment. You are the architect. You have decided to build. You are drafting the plans. You are no longer a drifter. You are a builder. You are no longer a victim. You are the architect. You are no longer wishing for peace. You are designing it. Calm is built, not found. You have the blueprint. You have made the commitment. But a blueprint is just paper. A commitment is just a word. Now, you must break ground. An architect does not start with the roof. An architect does not start with the windows. An architect starts with the one thing that everything else depends on. You must lay the foundation. This foundation is the concrete. It is the rebar. It is the single, non-negotiable principle that will hold your fortress up. It is the one idea that once you truly understand it will make you unbreachable. It's time to learn the most powerful mental tool you will ever possess. It's time to pour the concrete. It's time for Chapter 3. Lay the foundation, the Indifference Trigger.
Chapter 3. Lay the foundation, the Indifference Trigger. You are the architect. You have the blueprint. You have made the commitment. But a blueprint is just an idea. A commitment is just a word. An architect with a plan, but no materials, is just a drifter with a notebook. Today, we break ground. Today, we build. An architect does not start with the roof. An architect does not worry about the paint. An architect begins with the one thing that determines the strength of the entire structure: the foundation. If your foundation is weak, your fortress will collapse. If your foundation is built on sand, on wishful thinking, on other people's opinions, on your own chaotic emotions, the first storm will wash it away. Your fortress must be built on rock, on concrete. And that concrete, that foundation, is one single non-negotiable distinction. You must obsess over this distinction. It is the only work that matters. Here it is. You must separate what you control from what you do not. That's it. This single idea is the entire foundation. It is the source of all power, all calm, all strength. And it is the one thing you have ignored your entire life. Let's be ruthlessly clear. Here is the list of things you do not control. The weather, the economy, the traffic on the freeway, the past, the future, the stock market, what other people think of you, what other people say about you, whether someone is rude to you, whether your boss is in a bad mood, whether you get the promotion, whether they text you back. This list is infinite, and it is the list you obsess over. You waste 100% of your energy, your focus, and your peace on this infinite list of things that are and always will be completely outside of your control. You are a victim of this list. Now, here is the list of things you do control. Your response. That's the list. It's short. You don't control the event. You do control the meaning you assign to that event. You don't control their words. You do control your interpretation of their words. You don't control the external world.
You do control your internal state. Control the response, nothing else. This is the indifference trigger. It's not the passive indifference of a victim. It's not apathy. It's the strategic, active, weaponized indifference of an architect. It is the power to look at the storm and say, that is not in my control, and therefore it will not breach my walls. Let's make this real. The drifter is in traffic. He is late. He reacts. He hits the steering wheel. He curses. His blood pressure spikes. He is furious. He has given his peace, his power, and his health away to a red light. He has allowed his entire internal state to be hijacked by a line of cars. He is weak. He is a victim of the traffic. The architect is in the same traffic. He is also late. He feels the flicker of frustration, but then he pulls the indifference trigger. He pauses. He asks the question, is this in my control? The answer is no. He pulls the trigger. This is outside my control. And now he chooses his response. He controls the response. Since I cannot control this event, I will not suffer for it. I will not pay for it twice, once with my time and again with my peace. He breathes. He listens to this audiobook. He thinks. He protects his internal state. He is in the same car, on the same road, but he is in a fortress. The drifter is in a prison.
You have a choice. Here's another. The email arrives. It's from your boss. It's blunt. It's critical. The drifter reacts. His heart pounds. Adrenaline floods his system. He's attacking me. I'm in trouble. This is unfair. My weekend is ruined. He has chosen to interpret the email as a threat. He has chosen to be a victim. The architect gets the same email. He feels the same initial jolt, but he pauses. He pulls the indifference trigger. Is this email in my control? No, it has already been sent. Is my boss's mood in my control? No. What is in my control? My response. He chose to see the email not as an attack, but as information. There is a problem. I will solve the problem. He detaches his ego from the event. He drafts a clear, logical, unemotional reply. He controls the response, nothing else. This is the work. Reacting emotionally is a choice. It is the default choice. It is the choice of the untrained mind. You must stop making it. It's not about apathy, a flaw. It's about discipline, a strength. You are not suppressing your emotions. You are refusing to be a slave to them. That's the key. Your new job, your only job, is to become a control fanatic. All day, every day, you must run this diagnostic, this trigger, on everything. The person who insults you, pause. Their words are not in my control. My response is. The news report that makes you afraid, pause. The world is not in my control. My response is. The worry about money, pause. The economy is not in my control. My actions, my work ethic, my plan, that is my response. I will focus only on that. This is the foundation. You pour this concrete every day by practicing the distinction. You don't need permission to be calm. You just need to stop giving your power away to things you do not control. You must become ruthless. You must become a surgeon, separating the event from your response to the event. The event is the noise. Your response is the signal. The event is the weather. Your response is the shelter. Control the response. Nothing else. This is the foundation.
It is solid. It is set. You have poured the concrete by making this distinction non-negotiable. This is the new law of your mind. You are no longer a victim of circumstance. You are the master of your response. The foundation is in place. It is strong. Now, it is time to build the walls. The foundation separates your mind from the chaos of the world. The walls will protect your mind from the invasions of the world. And these walls are built with the most powerful and the most feared word in the human language, a word you have been trained to see as rude, but is in fact your salvation. It's time for Chapter 4, Build the Walls, the Unapologetic No.
Chapter 4, Build the Walls, the Unapologetic No. You have the foundation. You have poured the concrete. You have learned the Indifference Trigger. You now understand the only thing that matters. Control the response, nothing else. But a foundation is useless if you let the enemy just walk right over it. A foundation is just a flat slab of concrete until you build the walls. The walls separate your mind from the chaos of the world internally. The walls protect your time and your focus from the invasions of the world externally. So what are the walls of your inner citadel? They are not made of wishes. They are not made of good intentions. They are made of stone. And that stone, the single, unbreachable material you will use to build your fortress, is the word no. Your no is the wall. This is where you have failed. This is why your fortress is in ruins, because you are addicted to the word yes. You have been trained your entire life to be a people pleaser. You have been taught that no is a bad word. It's a word of conflict. It's a rude word. It's a selfish word. So you say yes. You say yes when you mean no. You say yes when you are already screaming inside. You say yes because you are afraid. You are afraid of disappointing them. You are afraid of what they will think. You are afraid of not being nice. Let's be clear, this is not about kindness, it's about discipline. Your niceness is a betrayal. Your politeness is a weakness. It is a polite yes that is destroying your life. It is a polite yes that is letting the invaders overrun your citadel. Here is the equation. You must burn this into your mind. Every yes to something that does not matter is a no to something that does.
Read that again. Every yes to a distraction is a no to your focus. Every yes to someone else's priority is a no to your own. Every yes to a commitment you dread is a no to your peace. Every yes to a meeting that could be an email is a no to the deep work that will change your life. You have a choice. You can be nice or you can be effective. You can be liked or you can be powerful. You cannot be both. Your no is the wall. Let's analyze the polite yes. The invitation arrives in your email. Can you jump on a quick call? You know it's not a quick call. You know it's a waste of your most valuable asset, your focus. But you say yes. Why? You're afraid to look like you're not a team player. That yes is not a 30-minute meeting. It is a breach. You have just let someone else's disorganized agenda punch a hole in your fortress wall. You have given them permission to steal your time, your energy, and your focus. Now the social event. A friend, a relative. They insist you come. It won't be fun without you. You are tired. You are drained. You know you need this evening to rest, to read, to plan, to build. But you feel the guilt. You don't want to disappoint them. You say, okay, I'll be there. That is not a yes to your friend. That is a betrayal of your own agenda.
You have just declared, with your actions, that their desire for your company is more important than your need for your own sanity. A weak no builds a weak wall. A maybe is a weak wall. A let me get back to you is a weak wall. A yes, followed by resentment and quiet suffering, is the weakest wall of all. It is a lie. You must build with stone. Your no must be clean. It must be unapologetic. It must be final. That's the key. You don't need their permission to say no. You don't need to justify it. You don't need to explain it. You don't need to apologize for it. The drifter says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I would love to, but I have this other thing, and my cat is sick, and I'm not sure if I can." This is weak. This is a negotiation. It invites them to solve your problem. "Oh, just come for an hour."
The architect says no, or I'm not available, or I cannot commit to that. That's it. It's clean, it's clear, it is a wall. You are not rejecting the person, you are protecting your fortress. You are protecting your purpose. If they get upset, that is their reaction. And what did we learn in Chapter 3? Their reaction is not in your control. Your only job is to control your response. Your no is the response. You have a choice. You can spend your entire life building their dreams, or you can start building your walls. You can spend your energy managing their expectations, or you can spend your energy managing your focus. Your no is the guardian of your time. Your no is the guardian of your energy. Your no is the guardian of your focus. These are the 3 raw materials you need to build the life you want. And you have been giving them away for free to anyone who asks. This stops. It stops now. Your no is the wall. For the next 7 days, your task is to practice the unapologetic no. Find one small thing, one meeting you can decline, one social event you can skip, one request you can politely but firmly refuse. No apology, no long explanation. I can't make that work. My focus is elsewhere right now. No. Feel the power in it. It will feel uncomfortable. That discomfort is the feeling of a muscle you have never used. That discomfort is the sign of growth. You don't need their permission. You have the foundation, control the response. Now you have the walls, the unapologetic no. The foundation is strong, the walls are high, your perimeter is secure. You are learning to stop the external world from invading. But what about the war inside the walls? You can build the highest, strongest fortress, but if you are addicted to the result, if you are terrified of the outcome, if your peace is tied to praise or success, you will burn your own fortress down from the inside. Your walls are strong. Now we must make the structure fireproof. You've built the walls. You've protected your time and energy from the outside. Now you must protect your peace from the inside. You must learn to fireproof the structure against your own attachments. It's time for Chapter 5. Fireproof the structure, detach from the outcome.
Chapter 5. Fireproof the structure. Detach from the outcome. You have done the work. The foundation is laid. You know what you control and what you do not. The walls are built. Your no is strong, clean, and unapologetic. Your fortress is built, but it is not safe.
There is still one enemy that can and will burn your entire citadel to the ground. And this enemy is not outside the walls. This enemy is you. It is the fire you light yourself every single day. It is your addiction. You are addicted to the result. You are addicted to the praise. You are addicted to the validation. You are addicted to the like. You are addicted to the applause. You are addicted to the good job. You are addicted to a specific future you have mapped out, and you are terrified that it won't arrive. This addiction is the fire. This need is the internal blaze that will consume your peace, your focus, and your power. You think you are building a fortress, but your internal calm is hostage to an external event. You are tying your peace to something you do not control. You are violating the foundation. Let's make this real. You post the photo, the video, the article. The work is done. But is your mind at peace? No. You check. You refresh. You check again. You are waiting for the validation. Your peace is now a victim of a number. You have given your power away to an algorithm. You do the presentation at work. You know you did good work, but is your mind calm? No. You are waiting. You are obsessing. What did they think? Did my boss like it? Will I get the promotion? Your peace is a hostage to their opinion. You have failed. You have built a fortress of stone on the outside, but the inside is a tinderbox of need. And all it takes is one spark, one ignored email, one critical comment, one failed project, and your entire internal structure goes up in flames. It's not about your failure. It's about your addiction to the prize. This must stop. You must fireproof the structure. How? You must become the archer. The novice archer, the drifter, obsesses over the target. His mind is 100 yards down the field. Will I hit it? What if I miss? What will they think of me if I miss? His mind is on the prize. His mind is on the outcome. And because his mind is not here, his hands shake. His breathing is shallow. His release is weak. He is a slave to a future he cannot control.
The master archer, the architect, knows the truth. The architect knows the target is not in his control. The prize is not in his control. A sudden gust of wind? Not in his control. A flicker of light in his eyes? Not in his control. The arrow itself? Not in his control. The master archer knows what is in his control, his process, his breathing, his stance, the way he pulls the string, the tension in his shoulders, the perfect, clean release. That's the key. His entire focus is on the process, not the prize. He executes the process perfectly, and then he detaches from the arrow. He lets it go. He has controlled the only thing he could control. Control the process, not the prize. This is the fireproofing. This is the only way. You must do the work and detach from the fruit of the work. You must fall in love with the process. You must become obsessed with the discipline. You must make the effort itself the reward. You have a choice. You can be a slave to the outcome, or you can be a master of the process. Let's apply this. You send the important email. The process is the writing, the editing, the clarity. Once you hit send, your work is done. Let it go. Control the process, not the prize. The prize is their response. That is not in your control. Detach from it. You don't need their permission to be calm. You go to the gym. The process is the repetition. The process is the work. The process is the sweat. Stop obsessing over the scale. The scale is the prize. Stop checking the mirror every 10 minutes. The mirror is the prize. Fall in love with the effort. The work is the win. Control the process. The prize, the result, will come when it comes. Or it won't. It does not matter. Your peace is in the work.
This is the hardest discipline. Your ego will fight you. Your ego loves the prize. It lives on praise. You must starve the ego. You must feed the architect. You don't need their validation when you have your discipline. The work is the reward. The effort is the victory. The control of the process is the prize. Do the work. Detach from the fruit. This is how you make your internal structure fireproof. This is how you ensure that no failure, no criticism, no external event can ever burn your fortress down. Your calm is now unconditional. It is based only on your disciplined adherence to the process. You have done it. The foundation is laid. Chapter 3. The walls are built. Chapter 4. The structure is fireproof. Chapter 5. Your fortress is strong. It is secure from internal attachment and external demands. You are no longer a victim of circumstance. You are no longer a victim of other people's agendas. You are no longer a victim of your own need for validation. The structure is sound, but a fortress is not a vacuum. You still have to live in the world, and every day you are allowing invaders to walk right in the front gate. You are inviting them in. You fireproofed the Citadel, but you are still letting poison, garbage, and propaganda flow freely through its streets. You are calling it information. You are calling it staying informed. It is time to secure the perimeter. It is time to man the watchtower. It's time for Chapter 6, Post the Sentinels. Guard your inputs.
Chapter 6. Post the Sentinels. Guard your inputs. You have done the work. The foundation is set. You know what you control. The walls are high. Your no is strong. The structure is fireproof. You are detached from the outcome. Your fortress is built. And it is worthless. It is worthless because you have left the main gates wide open. You have posted no sentinels. You are inviting the invasion. You have built a mighty fortress, and you are letting the enemy waltz in, poison the water supply, and set fires in the streets. Your mind is the citadel. Your eyes and your ears, these are the gates, and you have lost control of them. You have given the keys to the shallowest bidders, the merchants of chaos. Guard the gate. You would never dream of building a strong, powerful body by eating garbage 3 meals a day. You know this. You know that junk food creates a junk body. Yet you feed your mind pure, unfiltered junk 24 hours a day. And you wonder why you are anxious. You wonder why you are angry. You wonder why you cannot focus. You wonder why your fortress of calm feels like a prison of chaos. You have a choice. What is this junk? You know what it is. It is the mindless scroll, the endless feed of information designed to make you feel 2 things, envious or outraged. It is the breaking news alert, an addiction to panic that serves no one but the people who sell the panic. It is the gossip, the negative conversation, the coworker who only complains, the friend who only drains. You call this staying informed. You call this relaxing. You call this killing time. This is a lie. You are not killing time. You are letting time kill you. You are letting this junk murder your peace. It's not about information, flaw. It's about indiscipline.
strength. This is the key. This information is not neutral. It is poison. It is an invader. Every article you read that is engineered to make you afraid, that is an enemy soldier inside your walls sowing fear. Every image you see on a screen that is designed to make you feel less than, that is a saboteur sowing comparison. Every piece of gossip you listen to, that is a vandal sowing negativity. You are undoing the work. You are building the walls, chapter 4, and then inviting the enemy to climb right over them. You are fireproofing the structure, chapter 5, and then handing the enemy the matches. This stops. Now. You are the supreme gatekeeper. You own the gate. You are the sentinel. You don't need their permission to close it. Guard the gate. For the next 30 days, you are implementing the information diet. This is not a suggestion. This is not a nice idea. This is the law of the fortress. The law is one simple question. From this moment forward, nothing enters your mind, nothing you read, nothing you watch, nothing you listen to without passing this test. You, the sentinel, will stand at the gate and ask one question of every single input. Does this information build my fortress, or does it sow chaos inside its walls? That's it. One question. Does this build me, or does it break me? Is this fuel, or is this poison? Be ruthless. Be unapologetic. That news app on your phone? The one that gives you a jolt of anxiety every time it buzzes? Ask the question. You know the answer. It is chaos. The action, delete it. The drifter will scream, but I have to be informed. The architect knows the truth. I have to be sane. You don't need their permission. Guard the gate. That person you follow on social media, the one whose perfect life makes you feel envious and small? Ask the question. The answer is chaos. The action, mute, unfollow, block. This is not rude. This is survival. This is perimeter defense. That group chat on your phone, the one that is nothing but complaints, negativity, and gossip? Ask the question. The answer is chaos. The action, leave the group. You have a choice. You can be a sewer for the world's negativity, or you can be a citadel for your own clarity. This applies to people as well. The chronic complainer at work, the relative who only speaks in doom. You cannot always delete them, but you can limit the gate. You can be polite, but you can walk away. You can say, I have to get back to my work. You can refuse to participate in the chaos. This is not about ignorance. This is about intentionality. This is not isolation. This is curation. You choose what enters. You will choose to read a book that builds you. You will choose to listen to audio that strengthens you. You will choose silence over noise. The first 7 days of this diet will be hard. Your addiction to the chaos will scream. The fear of missing out will be loud. This is the enemy rattling the gate. Hold the line. You are the sentinel. You are the gatekeeper. You alone decide what enters the sacred ground of your mind. Your mind is not a dumping ground for the world's junk. It is a command center. It is a sanctuary. It is a fortress. Guard the gate. You have done it. The fortress is built. The walls are high. The structure is fireproofed, and now the sentinels are at their posts. The gates are sealed. You have stopped the external invasion. You are starving the chaos of its fuel. You have learned to guard your eyes and your ears from the noise of the world. But what about the noise you create? What about the invader that was not let in but was born inside the citadel? The greatest threat is not the noise from the outside. It is the chaos from the inside. It is your own untrained, uncontrolled, reactive thoughts. You've posted the sentinels. Now you must master the inner domain. You must confront the enemy within. It's time for Chapter 7. Master the inner domain, the silence protocol. Chapter 7. Master the inner domain, the silence protocol. You have done the work. You have guarded the gate. You have posted the sentinels. You have implemented the information diet. You have cut the supply line of the enemy. The flow of external poison, the news, the gossip, the mindless scroll has been stopped. And yet, the fortress is not calm. You have sealed the gates, and you have finally realized the truth. You are locked inside with the real enemy. The enemy was never out there. The greatest, most dangerous, most relentless enemy is in here. It is your own mind. It is your own reactive, untrained, negative thoughts. It is the ghost of an argument from 10 years ago, replaying itself on a loop. It is the committee in your head criticizing every decision after you've made it. It is the what-if scenario about tomorrow, a fake future that creates real anxiety right now. You've stopped the external invasion only to realize the internal civil war has been raging all along. Your thoughts are the real enemy. They are the traitors inside the citadel. They are the chaos you create. So what do? We have built a fortress and the traitor is inside. We must master this inner domain. We do this with a new discipline, a new weapon. We call it the silence protocol. This is not meditation in the soft, passive way you've heard it. This is not about emptying your mind. That is a lie. That is impossible. Your mind is a thought generator. Its job is to produce thoughts. This is not about stopping the thoughts. This is about stopping them from controlling you. Here is the key. You must burn this into your mind. You are the observer, not the thought. This is the entire practice. This is the only work. Your problem is not your thoughts. Your problem is that you identify with your thoughts. You believe you are them. A thought of anger flashes, and you become anger. A thought of fear flashes, and you become fear. A thought of failure flashes, and you become the failure. You are not the thought. You are the observer of the thought. You are not the storm. You are the sky.
The silence protocol is the training that teaches you this distinction. It is the work of building the one thing that gives you all power, space. Space between the event, the thought, and your response. Here is your new protocol. It is 10 minutes, every day. This is not negotiable. You don't need their permission. You don't need your permission. You just do it. This is the work of the architect. You will sit. You will set a timer for 10 minutes. You will close your eyes, and you will watch. And here is what will happen. The instant you become silent, your mind will go to war. It will scream at you. It will rebel. It will throw every possible distraction at you. You're wasting time. This is stupid. Did I forget to send that email? My nose itches. What am I making for dinner? Remember that embarrassing thing you did in 2007? Your mind will be a circus of chaos. Good. Your job is not to stop the circus. Your job is to sit in the audience and watch it. Observe the chaos. A thought of anxiety enters. I am not prepared for that meeting. The drifter latches onto this. He becomes the anxiety. He is the anxiety. The architect, the observer, sees the thought. Ah, look, a thought. A thought of anxiety. How interesting. And he watches it. He does not fight it. He does not judge it. He does not become it. He just observes it. And what happens when you observe a thought? When you give it no fuel, no judgment, no attachment? It passes. Like a cloud, it drifts by. You are the observer, not the thought. This is your new repetitive phrase. This is your weapon. A dark cloud of anger floats by. He had no right to say that. Don't fight it.
Just observe. A thought of anger. I see it. A fast-moving cloud of self-doubt. I am not good enough. Observe. A thought of doubt. There it is. You have a choice. You can be the cloud, or you can be the sky. The sky is not affected by the clouds. The clouds pass. The sky remains. Your awareness, your consciousness, that is the sky. Your thoughts are just the weather. It's not about peace, flaw. It's about detachment, discipline. It's not about emptying your mind, flaw. It's about observing your mind, discipline. This 10-minute practice is the hardest work you will do. You will want to quit. You will think it's not working. This is the work. You are building a new mental muscle, the muscle of detachment. Why do we do this? Because that space, that tiny pause you are creating between thought and reaction, that is the inner citadel. That is where your freedom is. The untrained mind has zero space. Thought is reaction. Ping, check phone. Insult, get angry. Fear, panic. The trained mind, the architect's mind, creates space. Insult, pause. Observe the anger thought. Choose the response. Fear, pause. Observe the fear thought. Choose the action. You are the observer, not the thought. This is the key. This is the mastery of the inner domain. You have done it. The fortress is built. The gates are guarded. The inner domain is calm. You are no longer at war with the world. You are no longer at war with yourself. You are the observer, the sky, the architect of the calm. The citadel is complete, but a fortress that is never tested is just a museum. A sword that has never been sharpened is just a piece of metal. A citadel that has never seen a real battle. Will it hold? You cannot wait for the crisis to hit. You must train for it. A strong mind, like a strong body, is forged in pressure. It's time to stop hiding in your fortress and start training it for war. You must seek the pressure. It's time to manufacture your own hardship. It's time to run the drills. It's time for Chapter 8, Run the Drills, Manufacture Your Own Pressure.
Chapter 8. Run the Drills. Manufacture Your Own Pressure. You have done the work. The fortress is built. The gates are guarded. The inner domain is calm. You have mastered the silence protocol. You have sat in the quiet and you have learned to observe the thought, not become the thought. Your citadel is complete, and it is fragile. It is a museum. It is a trophy. It is a beautiful structure that has never seen a storm. Your calm is the calm of a greenhouse. It has only existed in a world you have sealed off. It has not been tested. A sword that is never forged in fire is just a piece of metal. A fortress that has never been under siege is just a pile of stones. A mind that has never been tested by pressure is a mind that will break. You have been trained your entire life to seek comfort. You have been told that a good life is an easy life. This is a lie. This is the doctrine of the drifter. Comfort is the enemy. Comfort is the rust that weakens the steel. It's not about comfort, flaw. It's about resilience, discipline. You have a choice. You can wait for the real crisis, the job loss, the market crash, the unexpected diagnosis, the betrayal. And you can watch your beautiful, untested greenhouse shatter into 1,000 pieces. Or you can build a resilience so powerful, so forged in fire, that when the real storm comes, you are the only one left standing. You cannot wait for the crisis. You must train for it. This is the new law. Seek voluntary hardship. A fortress that is never tested will fail in a real crisis. So we will create small voluntary hardships. We will run the drills. We will manufacture our own pressure. Why? When you manufacture your own pressure, external pressure loses its power over you. That's the key. You will become familiar with discomfort. You will intentionally invite it in on your own terms. You will master it. These are not punishments. That is what the drifter calls them. The architect knows these are drills. They are training simulations. They are forging. Here are your new drills. You will start today. Drill number 1, the cold shower. This is not about the health benefits. I do not care about that. This is a mental drill. It is 60 seconds. The moment before you turn the handle to cold, your entire body, your entire mind will scream at you. Don't do it. It's not necessary. It's uncomfortable. It's stupid. Just be warm. This is the drifter voice. This is the weakness. Your job is to ignore that voice and turn the handle. And for the 60 seconds you are in the shocking cold, this is the simulation. Your body is in panic. Your mind is in chaos. Get out, get out, get out. And what is your job? To control the response. Chapter 3. To observe the panic, not become the panic. Chapter 7. You will stand there. You will breathe. You will observe the feeling of chaos, and you will master it. You have just proven in a real-world simulation that your discipline is stronger than your primal fear. You have won the first battle of the day. Seek voluntary hardship.
Drill number 2, the 16-hour fast. This is not about weight loss. This is about mastering an input. You will stop eating at 8 p.m. You will not eat again until 12 p.m. the next day. Around 10 a.m., the feeling will come. Hunger. Your body, your untrained mind, will send a panic signal. We need fuel. The system is in danger. Eat now. The drifter obeys. The drifter is a slave to the feeling. The architect observes. Ah, there's the signal. A feeling. It is information. But you are the one in charge. You are the observer, not the feeling. You are proving to your mind on a cellular level that a feeling is not a command. It is just a sensation. And you are in charge of your actions. You are breaking the chain of stimulus-reaction. Seek voluntary hardship. Drill number 3, the hard workout you want to skip. The alarm goes off. It is 5 a.m. It is dark. It is cold. Your mind, the drifter, the enemy, gives you 1,000 brilliant, logical, reasonable excuses. You're tired. You earned the rest. One day won't matter. You'll go harder tomorrow. This is the war. This is the real siege. Getting up is not about your body. It is about your mind. It is about proving to yourself that your discipline is stronger than your excuses. It is about honoring the promise you made to yourself. You don't need your feelings' permission to go. You just go. You are teaching your mind that you set the agenda, not your temporary, weak feelings. Seek voluntary hardship. These are the drills, the cold shower, the fast, the workout. They are training. You are intentionally adding friction to your life. You are forging your resilience. And here is the payoff. The next time you are in a real crisis, the next time your boss attacks you in a meeting, the next time your project fails, the next time the world throws involuntary hardship at you, your mind will know what to do. It will not panic. It has felt this pressure before. You trained it for this. This feeling of panic from your boss, it's just noise. It is less than the cold shower. You know how to observe it. This feeling of failure, it's just a sensation. It is less than the 16-hour fast. You know it is not a command. You know how to control the response. You have run the drills. You are no longer afraid of discomfort. You welcome it. You have forged your calm in the fire of voluntary hardship. Your fortress is no longer a museum. It is a stronghold. It is battle-tested. You have mastered physical discomfort. You have mastered emotional discomfort. You have proven you can handle the pressure. But there is one last invader, one last shadow that still haunts the corridors of your fortress. It's not an external force. It's not a physical feeling. It is a story. It is a ghost. It is the one attack that hasn't even happened, but it is already defeating you. You have run the drills. Now it's time to fight the war. It's time to face the final enemy. It's time for Chapter 9, The Attack That Never Comes. Neutralize Fear.
Chapter 9. The Attack That Never Comes. Neutralize Fear. You have done the work. The fortress is built. The gates are guarded. The inner domain is calm. You have run the drills. You have manufactured your own pressure. You have taken the cold shower, and you are no longer a slave to comfort. Your fortress is battle-tested. It is strong. And yet, late at night, in the quiet, you still hear an alarm. You still feel a vibration. A shadow moves in the corner of your eye. You have defeated the external invaders. You have defeated the internal traitors. You have defeated physical discomfort. Now you must face the final enemy, the one that is not real, the one that is already defeating you without ever landing a single blow. We are here to talk about fear. Your fortress is being breached by ghosts. It is being overrun by an army that does not exist. You are being conquered by an attack that never comes. Here is the truth. You must accept this, or you will never be free. Fear is not real. Fear is not an event. Fear is not a thing. Fear is a story. It is a story you are telling yourself, and you are choosing to believe it. It's a story written with two materials you do not control: the past, which you cannot change, the future, which you cannot predict. You're wasting the only thing you do control, the present moment, by obsessing over the two things you don't. This is a betrayal of the foundation. Chapter 3. The drifter calls this worry. The drifter calls this being careful. The architect calls this what it is: suffering in imagination, not in reality. You are paying the price for a crime that has not been committed. You are suffering the pain of a wound you have not received. You are losing your peace today because of a story about tomorrow. The attack is not real. You have a choice. You can continue to be the victim of this story, or you can turn on the lights. The drifter runs from the ghost. He hides from the shadow. The architect faces it. The architect knows that a shadow, no matter how big or dark, is just an absence of light. It has no substance. It cannot hurt you.
So, how do we turn on the lights? We stop running from the fear. We walk right up to it. We use the light of logic. We will call this technique defining the worst-case scenario. Fear hates logic. Fear hates specifics. Fear loves the vague. It loves, what if? What if I fail? What if they laugh at me? What if it all goes wrong? We're going to destroy the what if. Here is your new drill. The next time you feel that vibration, that anxiety, that fear, you will stop. You will not run. You will take out a piece of paper, and you will define the ghost. Step 1. Define the fear. Write it down. No more vague shadows. Be specific. What is the exact worst-case scenario? Don't write, what if I fail? Write, I am afraid I will get fired from my job. Good. Now it is real. Now it is on paper. It is no longer a ghost. It is a problem. And problems can be solved. Step 2. Analyze the scenario. Now you will ask 2 questions. Question 1. Can you handle this? What would you actually do if you were fired, then what? Write the plan. I would be angry. I would be upset. But then I would update my resume. I would call the 3 contacts I know in the industry. I would cut my spending on A, B, and C. I would file for unemployment. I would start looking for a new job. Look at that. It's not the end of the world. It is a process. It is a plan. It is hard, but you can handle it. Question 2. What is the likelihood? What is the actual logical probability of this happening? My boss gave me a good review last month. I just landed a new client. The likelihood is not 100%. It is probably 5%. Step 3. Neutralize the fear. You have done it. You have faced the ghost. And you have realized 2 things. It is unlikely to happen. If it does happen, you can handle it. You have turned on the light. And the ghost is gone. It has evaporated. You have disarmed the fear. You have neutralized the attack. The attack is not real. This is the discipline. It's not about being fearless. That's a flaw. It's about the discipline of facing the story. You don't need permission to stop being afraid. You just need logic. Stop the story. Let's do it again. The fear. What will they think of me? The fear of rejection, the fear of looking stupid. This is the ghost that keeps you small. Let's define it. I am afraid to speak up in the meeting. The worst case is that I say my idea and everyone thinks it is stupid. Okay. Can you handle it? My idea is dismissed. I feel embarrassed for 10 minutes. The meeting ends. I go back to my desk. Life goes on. Yes, you can handle it. And what is the best case? Your idea is brilliant. You have been sacrificing the potential for greatness because of a temporary feeling of embarrassment that you know you can handle. This is an insane transaction. Stop making it. You are suffering in imagination, not in reality. Stop the story. The attack is not real. You have done it. The foundation is set, the walls are high, the structure is fireproof, the gates are guarded, the inner domain is calm, the fortress is battle-tested. And now the ghosts have been banished. The last internal enemy has been neutralized. The citadel is complete. It is secure, it is impenetrable. You have mastered the defense. Now it is time to live from a place of strength. It is time to open the gates and act. It's time for the final chapter. Chapter 10. The Unbreachable Citadel. Act from your fortress.
Chapter 10. The Unbreachable Citadel. Act from your fortress. You have done the work. The foundation is set. The walls are high. The structure is fireproof. The gates are guarded. The inner domain is mastered. The drills have been run. The ghosts have been banished. The fortress is built. The citadel is complete. And now you face the final and most dangerous trap. You have built this perfect, silent, impenetrable sanctuary. So what do? Do you hide in it? Do you lock the gates, pull up the drawbridge, and live in this fortress like a tomb? Do you separate yourself from the messy, chaotic, beautiful world? No. That is the final lie of the drifter. That is the final betrayal of the work. This fortress is not a retirement home. This fortress is not a bunker to hide from the battle. This fortress is a museum. This fortress is a command center. This fortress is an armory. This fortress is the launch pad for your purpose. You did not build this fortress to escape life. You built this fortress to finally engage with it on your own terms. It's not about passivity. It's about power, discipline. It's not about avoiding the world, flaw. It's about leading in the world, discipline. Your calm is not weakness. Your calm is your weapon. You must act from the fortress. What does this mean? It means we reverse the flow. For the first 9 chapters, we built the defense. We stopped the world from invading you. From this moment forward, you act on the world. This is the key. The calmest person in the room is the most powerful person in the room. And that person is you. Let's contrast the 2 lives. The reactive person, the drifter, the victim, lives in chaos. A crisis hits at work. What do? They panic. Their mind, the open public square, is flooded. They react with impulse. They blame. They yell. They make bad decisions based on fear. They are a victim of the event. They are a liability.
Now, the Citadel person, the architect, you. The same crisis hits, but you do not react. You do not panic. You pause. You stand in your command center. You observe the chaos, chapter 7, but it is out there. It cannot touch you in here. You pull the indifference trigger. You instantly separate what you cannot control, the event, from what you can, your response. You detach from the outcome, chapter 5. And from this place of absolute, calm clarity, you act. You ask the right question. You see the real problem, not the emotional noise. You make the hard, clear, logical decision. You control the response. You become the calm in the storm. The chaos does not control you. The chaos bends around you. This is the power. You act from the fortress. Look at your life. The reactive parent gets home. The house is a mess. The kids are yelling. They react. They yell. They pass on their anxiety and their chaos to their children. They become the storm. The Citadel parent gets home. The same house, the same chaos. They pause. They observe. They see the chaos, but they do not become the chaos. And from their fortress, they choose their response. They choose patience. They choose order. They choose to be the source of the calm, not another victim of the noise. You have a choice. Act from the fortress. Look at the entrepreneur. The reactive entrepreneur gets bad news. A competitor. A bad product launch. They panic. They blame their team. They are addicted to the outcome, chapter 5. And now it is failed. They are finished. The Citadel entrepreneur gets the same bad news. They pause. They see the bad news as information, not as an attack. They control the process. They ask, what is the real problem? What is my next move? They innovate. They pivot. They solve the problem. They act from the fortress. This is the payoff of all your work. The purpose of the foundation is to build higher. The purpose of the walls is to protect the work you are doing inside. The purpose of the silence is to hear the signal of your own purpose. You are no longer afraid to act. You have neutralized fear, chapter 9. You know the attack is not real. So, act. Start the business. Write the book. Have the hard conversation. You can handle the outcome. You know you can. You don't need their permission.
You don't need your fear's permission. You are free to act. Act from the fortress. You built this unbreachable citadel not to hoard your calm, but to spend it. To spend it on your work. To spend it on your family. To spend it on your purpose. This is the new you. This is the new law. You are no longer the victim of the world's chaos. You are the source of your own clarity. You are no longer the drifter. You are the architect. You are no longer the reaction. You are the action. The world will test you. The storms will come. The winds will blow. And they will find rock. They will find steel. They will find a mind that is unbreachable. You have the blueprint. You have the tools. You have completed the training. The teaching is done. Now, the living begins. It is time for the final summary. It is time for your final challenge.
The blueprint has been delivered. The tools are in your hands. You now know the truth. You know that calm is built, not found. You know that you are the architect. You know that your no is the wall. You know to guard the gate. You know to control the process, not the prize. You know that you are the observer, not the thought. You know that voluntary hardship is the drill, and you know that the attack is not real. You are the gatekeeper. You control the response, nothing else. The fortress is built. The walls are high. No person, no event, no opinion can enter this sanctuary unless you let them. You hold the keys. The question is, what happens now? What happens when you turn this audio off? Do you go back to being a victim of circumstance? Do you let the world steal your peace one more time? Or do you pick up the first stone and build? The work is waiting. Your challenge is simple. Stop being a victim. Start building your fortress today.